Hi. Is it normal to think about the other person first? To wonder why they behave the way they did? To always ask yourself, did I do something wrong? Even when clearly you are hurting? And this is every single time? If that's so, if you relate to this video is for you. Because this isn't about empathy, it's much deeper. While growing up, most of us um, learn this very emotional rule, which is keeping peace is much more than expressing hurt. So whenever a conflict happens, instead of asking yourself, was this okay? You ask yourself instead, how do I fix this? And to fix anything, and the fastest way to fix anything is to assume that you're the problem. So, in turn, what you do is you replay conversations, you overanalyze your tone, you always look for your mistakes. And in that, you always self blame yourself because self blaming feels much safer than confrontation. And this is where I think pleasing begins. And pleasing is always it it isn't always about being nice. It's about being it's about actually survival. So whenever a conflict or a tense situation happens, you turn inwards instead of outwards. And this happens especially strongest in relationships that you cannot give up on, like your partner, your parents, a close friend, somebody who is very emotionally significant in your life. You know, so like whenever they are moody, whenever they show up, they being emotionally unavailable, and they show up whenever they feel like showing up. So instead of asking yourself, is this okay? Instead of questioning the pattern, you question yourself. You always question yourself, and in turn, you always adjust as per them. And this is where I feel it becomes self-betrayal, and this isn't just remains about empathy anymore. So you always ask yourself, and you always tell yourself, they must be stressed. They did not mean this. Let me understand them better. So instead of questioning, am I hurt? Is was this okay? You become emotionally flexible, and while they remain emotionally optional and unavailable. So please, whenever it happens, please um, notice that behavior very honestly. Understand that feeling very genuinely. Am I hurt? Was this okay? Name the behavior very honestly. Is the other person's nature dismissive or hurtful or inconsistent? And then you choose empathy very consciously, not out of fear, not automatically, very consciously, very thoughtfully. Because emotional dependency on somebody is a very tricky thing. You can't rely your emotions on somebody else's, and you can't adjust your emotions and your overall being as per them always. It can be sometimes, but not always. And empathy without boundaries is self-betrayal, and boundaries without empathy is cruelty. So be gentle on yourself, and please thoughtfully think about whether you are just being truly empathetic or you're just betraying yourself. and you can't betray yourself, because that will slowly erode you from inside, if I can say so. It slowly, um, how do I put it? Because you being emotionally flexible while the other person remains emotionally unavailable, and that imbalance actually drains you. It drains you a lot. Even if you don't realize it, it drains you. On that note, be gentle on yourself. Practice empathy. Empathy is a very good thing in this world, but on what terms? Think about yourself as well. Cheers.